But apparently, the universe would really like you to have the idea that it's time to step into your Empress energy, because here it is in the throat chakra. Welcome in. Happy Monday. Welcome to Words of Wisdom Tarot. How are you doing today? How was your weekend? It was Mother's Day weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all of you who celebrate or don't. For those of you that this was a terrible weekend, I am truly sorry. It was not great for me yesterday either. The feminine collective is hurting. As I tapped into the energies today to get the cards and to get settled and into the collective energies, I can feel that it's all just slightly left of center from the heart chakra up to the crown. So it's like, it's almost like this spiritual, emotional side of us is still very sore and out of alignment. It was a really difficult day yesterday for a lot of people. I'm very tapped into collective energies, not by choice. That would be one of my gifts. It was one of the gifts that disappeared when my husband died for the first 2 months or so. And I was like, you don't have to give me that one back. And as soon as my nervous system could handle it, that's the first one that came back. So I understand and transmute collective energies. And yesterday was a very heavy day for a lot of people. The Schumann resonance was also extremely high and all over the place yesterday. So people were running on an emotional roller coaster. I was talking to people on different Schumann resonance posts, and they were talking about exactly how I felt. I felt weepy. I had big aha moments yesterday that were very griefy and very ragey. And I also decided to take another shot at opening up my relationship with my oldest daughter, who holds me at arm's length, and was very vulnerable with her. So there was a lot going on yesterday, a lot of release, a lot of realization. And if you take the word realize, it's you realize with real eyes the real lies. Mother's Day is not what it was supposed to be. It was actually created as a Memorial Day and quickly became commercialized. All right, so if you're new here, my name is Wendy with an E, and I use the chakra system to give language to what women inherently know and the permission to trust it. I also I follow people who are into astrology and other things, and I just kind of incorporate those things in. I do transmute collective energies and understand them, as well as work deeply in your chakra system to help bring about transformation in your world. So today we are using, I love these cards. They jumped off the shelf at me. I was shocked because I have one set of cards that has a black back. All the other cards I've ever had have had color. These black cards jumped off. They are the Midnight Magic, and they're mushroom cards, and I love them, and they're very pretty. Okay, so today, isn't that interesting? Okay, so first thing, the thing that's interesting, I guess I'll start in the throat chakra just for a moment. I started doing the reading and then realized that I was having a tech problem. And during that reading, the Empress card came up because I was talking about Mother's Day and how the Empress is about fertility and birthing ideas and birthing humanity. And she is like mother of the world, the Empress energy. She is the mother of the world, the caretaker, the nurturer, all those things, the bringer of ideas. Hello, Squeak. And I had to stop that reading, and so I started again. But apparently, The universe would really like you to have the idea that it's time to step into your Empress energy, because here it is in the throat chakra. Speaking those ideas into the world, speaking about all the reasons why Mother's Day is often a painful day for women. I don't know about you, but I've had to plan my own Mother's Days, cook for myself and my family, not been acknowledged, completely forgotten, estranged from my kids. So there's a lot of energy in that makes you feel small and shameful and guilty and not enough. And that's the idea. This card's asking you to step into your enoughness and give yourself permission to speak the truth about what it is that you really want. What do you need? You have hobbies and priorities that you would like to take care of for you. Stepping into your Empress energy will allow you to speak that truth out loud. And that leads us to the card I wanted to start with, which is in the sacral chakra, which is the Fool card. And the Fool card is all about new beginnings. So we have throat chakra. Wow, the collective is jammed. I'm talking and my throat chakra is all like, whoop, talking about this throat chakra card. There's a lot of things women have not been expressing. And here's the thing. Your sacral chakra and your throat chakra, they're connected. So what is birthed as an idea in the sacral chakra will be expressed in the throat chakra. So you're on a new journey of expressing your truth as a woman, as a human being with ideas and likes and dislikes of her own. The Fool card is all about trusting yourself with nothing else to go on other than the wisdom that you already carry with you. I feel a lot of, well, this is interesting. The energy starts off kind of dense, and then it gets kind of excited. Then it comes up to like my solar plexus and sits in my back. So there's a lot of you that as you start to step into this Fool's journey, you're going to come up against your own limiting beliefs as well as the beliefs of society about how much power and happiness you're allowed to have. Do you know how much you're allowed to have? As much as you give yourself. Okay, so in the solar plexus, we have the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is about duality. It's about light, dark, good, bad, up, down, right, wrong. It's about partnership. I feel like this is about you coming into partnership with yourself, which is an interesting thing to explain. When you start to be the Empress and start taking care of yourself, prioritizing yourself first, your needs, your wants, your desires. I know you're caretaking, you're a mom, you're in the in-between generation where you're sandwiched in between these two. You still have to figure out a way to be able to step into some energy where you have space for yourself, where you have balance. So you can step into that power, so you can be in the level of happiness and joy that you want to be in. You know what? They have sucked the joy out of our lives completely. The joy in our lives has been totally sucked out in the last 6 years. We have to work to find that joy again. The Knight of Cups. So knights are doers. And this one is asking you, because the Knight of Cups is romantic and loving. And so we're going into that, you know, we're talking about, again, a little bit about self-care and making space for yourself. But to be able to speak your truth, you have to be able to love on yourself, right? So this knight is coming in to say to you that you need to romance yourself. You need to take the love that is not being received properly in your world and pour it back into you to bring balance. Okay? The Nine of Pentacles in the root talks about being abundant, talks about having come into your own and feeling stable. And this is really connected to this throat chakra, because I really, did you notice I was making faces? My throat chakra is really closing up on this one. And I'm not feeling, so it's interesting. I'm checking the divine collective energies again, and right now it's all stuck right here. So does that make sense to you, ladies? If you're carrying the weight of your emotional and spiritual world on your shoulder, you're going to have pain in here. If everything in your world that is upside down and unstable, if it's all unstable, it's going to show up in this shoulder, right in here. I'm going to come up your neck. You're going to have headaches, jaw aches, pain in your shoulder, pain in your mid back. Like, this area is connected to everything. So, whew. So don't be afraid to step into your Empress energy to create the stability that you're needing and you're looking for. And unfortunately, the problem is that we don't always have enough hours in the day, and we need every minute of sleep we can get. Even if you can take 5 minutes and sit in a bathroom and just do some breath work, that is honoring what your body needs and allows you 5 minutes to come back and get into your body so that you can step back out again. But you need to start putting a little bit of love into your world. And I know we're not taught how to do that. And it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing to think that we have to go at the expense of everything we are. And then we have to come on to a tarot channel where someone gives us permission to say, hey, I deserve more than I'm giving myself. I've been in exactly these shoes where I've gone and I've listened to a tarot reading and I've gone, oh, yeah, I feel really called out after watching that because I wasn't taking really good care of myself. I'm taking better care of myself. I could still take better care of myself. So these are things that now that I'm at a certain spot of taking care of myself, I need to start incorporating new things in. For a lot of you, just incorporating something in. I went to the coffee shop, I got a coffee, I went and sat in the coffee shop by myself for 10 minutes. Or I sat in my car for 5 minutes, listened to some music or a podcast and drank my coffee. Like, the little wee things that if you could do in 5 minutes or 10 minutes every day, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, will change how much love you're able to put into yourself and allow yourself and open up your energetic system to be able to receive, right? So we have the Page of Pentacles in the third eye. And the Page of Pentacles is diligent. He's grounded. This card being in your third eye is asking you to really tap into that inner wisdom. Like, I really see this. It's like, if you tap in, I'm seeing just this very clear tunnel in front of me, which means if you tap into your intuition, it's going to show you how to make all of this happen and work in your world. And lastly, we have the King of Pentacles in your crown chakra. And I love lately how the root chakra and the crown chakra cards have been tying in together, because this King of Pentacles, he is all about providing and building and stability. And isn't it interesting that Pentacles is also about money and being grounded, and your Nine of Pentacles is in the root. So you have abundance coming because you're in this King of Pentacles energy. You're tapping into this King of Pentacles energy through the crown chakra, through tapping into source and figuring out, through connecting into your energetic system and trusting your intuition, you're building the stability that you need. Even sometimes if it doesn't look like it on the outside, Your stability that you need has to start on the inside. So you have to start stabilizing yourself. That doesn't mean your nervous system is going to automatically regulate or stay regulated. I will tell you, my nervous system has settled down, but it has no capacity. You don't have to throw much at me and I fall apart. I used to be the strongest woman in the room, and now I struggle to hold my own stuff some days. I struggle when something simple comes along and my nervous system goes, so allow yourself to start to build capacity to love yourself, to build that stability, because you're on a new journey now. Something happened this weekend with those Schumann resonances and stuff, and I know there's a timeline split that's been happening, but I really feel that with these two cards, with the Empress and the Fool being in the sacral and the throat chakras. This is about, you know, looking at things differently and from a more feminine perspective, we are decentering men. Sorry guys, but men are being decentered, and we need to speak more about what that looks like and how we move forward together as a feminine collective. I know my girlfriends and I got together on the weekend and we did some very significant healing together, including talking about the things that you normally wouldn't discuss with anyone because they're shameful. They were very intense conversations, and they were very healing conversations. My healing from it happened yesterday. I didn't do that level of healing with my girlfriends. I held space for them. But my girlfriends both had big cathartic, honest moments. I had honest moments too. And then I spent yesterday kind of processing through a lot of stuff. But this is how, by not hiding the things that we've been told are shameful, that have made us feel less than, smaller than, all of those things. We are supposed to take up space on this planet. Empress, fertile, abundant presence. I highly recommend building a community of women who support you, who you can tell your deepest, darkest secrets to, and they don't reject you. That was so cathartic this weekend for all three of us, because none of us have ever been able to speak at that level to anybody and not be afraid to do it. And my one girlfriend who started it, I won't take my hat off, but I take my hat off to her, because that was brave, 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 brave. And once she admitted one thing, it kind of just all started snowballing. That's how we're going to heal the world, is through healing each other. Get yourself a group of women who you can really solidly trust and start building a community, because it matters right now. It matters more than you can imagine. And that's it. That's all the guides and the cards have for you today. So thank you for being here. If something in here resonated with you, please do all the good social media things and leave a like, comment, share. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. If you would like to go deeper, my link tree is in the description box below, and all my offerings are on it. And as always, take what resonates, leave the rest, because this is a general reading. And I love you. Have a great day.